How Capcom designed new enemies in Resident Evil 4 Remake, an interview. There's a bunch of all the Resident Evil 4 stuff the Game Informer has been putting out over the past couple of days. Even more footage, talking directly with the devs. There's even more stuff after this, so, and as I just explained, I ultimately realized how big of a game RE4 Remake is for me. In terms of single-player games, it's like up there next to a new Bloodborne or a new Final Fantasy VII. Like, this is, in my opinion, not just the best Resident Evil game, one of the greatest games of all time. And I fail how many times we've actually played it on stream, and I've played it throughout many, many years. Me and Simmons will attest to that. It's one of the things that keeps us as close friends, is that Resident Evil 4 is fucking amazing. And Rasputin had a 13-inch dick.
バイオハザード4の、アートの特徴で言うなら、やっぱキャラクター。
Yes. Yes.
Leon だったりアシュリーだったりっていう。
Yeah, and actually so many others appealing characters. That is one important aspect. In terms of the role presentation, unlike RE4 games up to this point, RE4 has a lot of different situational environments. Ooh. Look at this spooky shit. Village, castle, many different situations. Because of that, you have a lot of variety. Yes, what he's saying is what made RE4 so good. Right, RE4 was one of like the PS2 GameCube era games that just had an absolute metric ton of variety, between enemy variety, between weapon variety. Like, it felt like you can play the game so many different ways. It was amazing. It was so good. Goal was to preserve that variety. To make sure everything doesn't end up looking the same. One of the first things I thought was wanting to make sure I kept the character's unique appeal. Like Leon the most. Of course, he's Mr. Resident Evil. I played the original RE4 when I was a student, and I loved it. Like Leon, he's cool and appealing as the main character. For enemies, it has to be the Chainsaw Villager? Really? Mr. Baghead? Mechanics! When we heard that he'd return in this remake, we gave a lot of thought to how he should look. God, this looks so visceral, dude. The art direction, like the visual style of the game, still is really, really like the old game. Tried a lot of different things with the chainsaw, but it just didn't feel right. We went back and played the original once again and took another look at the Chainsaw Villager. Realized he's pretty normal. Yeah, he's got a bag over his head. That's what's scary. You know what? If he was really buff and like was covered in barbed wire and had exposed muscles and was essentially like, right, if he was like, if his character design was amplified to 12, what game does that enemy feel like he's from? Another game that was very much trying to, yep, Evil Within, you nailed it. Damn, chat knows it. Holy shit. Immediately, it seems like that's an Evil Within character. Yep, there you go. And that's like the Evil Within did not have any like tact when it came to designing Evil Within and its like world and environment, right? They did not have, there was like no specific nuance to it. They just went ham with everything, make it as scary and as crazy as fucking possible. We're in a dreamland, fuck it, like no subtlety, just go full fucking send on everything. It's almost better when games show like a bit of restraint at times, right? It is a Shinji Mikami game, it is. And so was Resident Evil 4. RE4 was also a Shinji Mikami game. It was one of his last games before he left Capcom. Sometimes, yes, less is more. Sometimes the simpler stories are easier to, if you just tell them in a really good way, you know? And it's the same thing with like enemy design and character design. Sometimes like the more simple things just translate way better and are easier to absorb as like an audience member. Evil Within 2, I remember liking some parts of Evil Within 2. I remember that game being an aggressive like 6 or a 7 out of 10 by the time I was done with it. I played it when it came out. I liked Evil Within 1 much better. Evil Within 1 was a solid 8. It was good. But there's something about 2, like the beginning of it's okay, and I really don't like the latter half of that game. I really didn't like it. Maybe that's just me. I mean, it's been a long time since we played it. We played it on stream. I remember loving the first half of the game, and then it just tanks, and I'm like, oh man, I felt so good about this game, and then it just goes to hell.
怖くないんですよ。あくまで普通に理性のありそうな人間がチェーンソー、麻袋を持ってかぶってチェーンソーを持ってるっていうのがそれが怖い。
What he's saying is also a thing that makes Bloodborne very effective, right? Where it's like you get these characters in this world that all feel like they belong to this world, and then you twist it, right? You don't twist it in a direction that goes like, you know, absolutely crazy ham, but the scariest part about Bloodborne is it's not really the monsters. It really ends up being the church and understanding like what the church did and like all the crazy shit. So it's like, oh, like you just kept things normalized in this environment, but just, you know, twisted it in a way that is not like inherently, oh, everything's gonna have like wings and there's gonna be a bat and it's gonna be like some crazy evil space monster. Like, no, there's like a lot of other crazy elements to it that really evolve that world building. Unsettling is also a good word for it.
首から上の麻袋とチェーンソーだけがあいつにとって特別で、でもそれが逆に言ったら守らなきゃいけないリメイクオリジナルのバイオ4の良さだったり、その敵キャラクター
Just wait for me to stab your friend in the neck.
なんで今回も
Preserved it. We did make some changes by taking advantage of graphical improvements.
グラフィックが進化した分はだいぶ
Like details in his clothing and the eyes you can see peering out of the end of the cowl. Cool.
麻袋から覗く目とかも良ければじっくり見てもらえたらいいかなと思います。
Oh, RE2 planks are back. Damn, Leon's voice though. Leon looks like a 22-year-old, but it sounds like a 35-year-old. Whoa, shit. Wow. Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn. Can't wait to see this running at 60. This looks so good. Holy shit.
新キャラですもんね。なんでしょうね。こいつのできたまず経緯で言うなら新キャラ作ろう。新しい敵キャラを作ろうっていうつもりで作ったキャラっていうわけではなくて、こいつができたのも結構開発も終盤なんです。もう終わり頃になってできたやつで、できた時ももうあらかた結構ゲームができてた。ゲームプレイして普通にプレイしてもう普通に遊べると。ただやっぱチェックプレイしてると
Playing through the game, we felt there were some parts where we wanted a different enemy, a stronger, tougher enemy. Last minute additions, maybe swinging around something like a hammer. There's a conversation with gameplay side where we needed this type of enemy. Interesting. Added way later.
なんですかね。で、なぜ牛の頭をかぶってるかっていうのも言うて結構人が多い。
A lot of human form characters in the game. Good God.
ガナードだったりとか。
The wind. Oh Jesus, dude.
もう相対するものもこっち側も。
Yeah, the rain looks a lot.
っていうのもあるんで、
But I think it also is the fact that the video is rendered at like 20 FPS or some shit.
今回そのイルミナス教団とか、まあそういうなんですか、邪教徒。怖さ、ロスイルミナドス教団とかのその敵のちょっと宗教
Wow, the same strategies, Jesus.
をもう少し入れたいっていう。
It looks like Leon's got a lot more melee capability.
ところで、まあそういうのを入れる のはどうだろうっていうので、牛の頭とか鹿の頭とかよくバイオでは切り取って飾ったりするんですよね。だこういうところから、こういうのをかぶせて、敵にしようかなというところからできてはいます。でも普通のゲームだったら牛の頭をした敵ってなんでしょうね、ミノタウロスというか牛の頭をしたクリーチャーになっちゃうと思うんですけど、うちの場合はどっちかというと牛の死体の頭をかぶらされてる、もしくは意図的にかぶってる
Enemies still drop stuff.
っていう風に作ろうかな。
R3 to evade? Oh shit.
なんで実は一緒に戦っててもプレイヤーの方を牛の頭が向いたりとかもしないし、実は首だけ触れてるんですよね。プレイヤーの方見てないんですよ。牛の目もプレイヤーを見てない。それはなぜかって言ったら死体の頭をかぶってるからっていうのを結構大事にして作ってますね。だからあくまでミノタウロスにしちゃうとファンタジーになるけど、バイオハザードでの解釈はやっぱこれは牛の死体をかぶってるおかしい人だでウイルスで強くなっているっていうところのは大事にしてるっていう感じですね。はい。
To keep up with all of our coverage, bookmark Game
There's a lot
Informer.com
about the cow head.
and subscribe to our YouTube
I'm ready for the next video. Chapter 5 gameplay. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell! Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of this exclusive gameplay footage that we have from Resident Evil 4 Remake, Chapter 5. We're going to be seeing some church gameplay, some Ashley gameplay, and some of the cabin fight, as well as,
Oh, give it to me.
Just overall fighting Ganado and yeah, trying to stay alive. So we've got about 12 minutes of footage here to show you today. And I'm joined by Marcus Stewart. How are you, Marcus?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy to be seeing this section again because, as I mentioned in the cover story I wrote, I've had a lot of fun playing it.
Absolutely. So yeah, we are. This footage starts out, and we are, simply escaping from the
Leon,
church.
help!
This is how many hours into the game would you say this is, Marcus?
Yeah, it's hard to say because we don't know how long the other chapters are. It's got to be at least probably like 3-ish hours, I would guess.
Yeah.
This is not our gameplay, by the way. If people are wondering, this is a B-roll that Capcom provided, so this is someone on the team playing, not us.
Wow, the rain is so
we did play through this
thick.
section, everything that you see today. An important disclaimer, Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like flights, hotel, in association with this cover trip. We didn't have any of those conversations. Like that's our bosses that handle all that. We kind of just show up and do our job, but it is an important disclaimer. That being said, we are not influenced by that.
Well, the Hunnigan comms.
Copy that. Is she okay? Affirmative. Well done, Condor 1. I'll dispatch a chopper ASAP. I'm sending you the coordinates for the extraction point. Make your way there.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Hurry. The weather is getting worse. Roost out.
So you see the Hunnigan conversations are in game now, which is nice.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
There's like,
you kinda move around while
a
it's
big
happening.
storm happening.
Yeah, nice shot of the map there, going to the helicopter extraction point where nothing will go wrong, I'm sure. So yeah, in the beginning you saw Leon and Ashley sort of just talking about like, hey, we need to get out of here. Fun fact, without spoiling, there's a little extra area in that upper deck that you can find if you don't want to just beeline it straight for that ladder. So keep an eye out up there. I found it on my playthrough. So yeah, we are making our way.
We got some
through
PS4
here.
loading sequences here.
Leon being a gentleman, moving.
Because this is still going to be a PS4 game.
Spread out.
Okay.
You know what? Yeah, I'll agree. I think the rain is a lot. I think it's like it's snowing icicles is what it looks like. It's a bit much.
And yeah, this part was
It'll likely be
pretty fun to get through.
changed.
I tried to get through it stealthily the first couple times.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Oof.
You okay? Spread out.
God damn.
To the stage of history.
They blow off that dude's leg? Oh, shit. So you actually have, like, RE2 style dismemberment.
So you're gonna notice there's gonna be a few jumps in the clips here. Again, that's a Capcom thing, so this isn't going to be a straight run through of the chapter. It's gonna jump around at points. But as you can see, the flash grenade still very effective against those tentacle transformed Ganado. As we enter the cemetery, you get a little bit of a taste of one of the side quests, which is sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle.
Yeah, the rain sucks. All right. Yeah, I you know what? I'm going to be in that boat. The rain sucks. Just look at the image. The rain sucks. Hopefully it gets changed.
You can still
Oh
shoot
dear,
birds'
it's
nests.
it's way
There's,
too, it takes your
precious
attention too
eggs,
much.
Or I guess a
I can't help but
chicken
notice
egg
it. It's
that's
like
in a
always
bird's
like,
nest.
God damn, it's
Freak
everywhere.
asked me.
Way too dense.
You know how it is. But I mean, in the original game, you killed snakes and got chicken eggs, which was always kind of weird. And there he is.
Took care of a request.
Like it always a fucking pirate.
Man himself.
Look at you.
So you can see her turning inside.
Oh, this is the side quest.
What you're going to be doing.
Back to the stage of history.
One has to wonder how he moves with all that heavy equipment in that coat. You know, must be pretty strong. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball, like Piccolo weighted training gear. He's probably pretty strong. But
I was thinking he's just like into CrossFit. You know?
you know, we don't know. He's a mysterious figure. As you see, we're upgrading our equipment here. You can upgrade knives now, as mentioned in the cover story, which is nice. Which you're going to be needing because they're
God, dude, the
durability.
attaché case looks so smooth.
Using it quite a bit for the new parry mechanic, which I enjoy. And you can see there's another side quest right there. You're gonna want to keep an eye out.
Oh man, reload animations. Oh shit.
Oh, so there's the Wild Doll quest. That was one of the more involved quests that we saw so far.
Absolutely.
We need to keep moving.
And you won't see the solution. In
Where the
this
hell is
footage, but
this?
You will see
This is a new area.
sort of what's on the other end of this side quest for you.
Yeah.
The dog is hard to find. We are going to show the dog, but the way to find the dog will be, I guess, a little bit of a mystery. And also important to note, we turned left when we left that door.
Crouching.
There is another path behind us if we were to turn right out of that door that goes into an
Sick.
underground tunnel
I love
that
it.
like takes you up through a well in the village. So there's a lot of paths available.
Yeah, like when we both came through here, we just assumed just the way the camera's framed. We're like, okay, it's the only way to go. But yeah, one of the producers pulled us aside and was like, hey, check this out. And we were like, oh, okay.
Oh my god. That kick.
Here we go. We've got the
Wow, is that the
Village of
wind
Knights.
kicking everything up? There's like shit flying everywhere.
Take a pitchfork.
I know where we're at now.
Didn't work out for her. And this is
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's a lot of talk about
Rain Gate.
Rain Gate. I do agree. I think it can be tuned down a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta be real.
It does feel like intentionally, like it is intentionally obfuscating the environment, and kind of adds to that tension. Like you can't see what you're shooting. I do agree, though. It's a bit much. And you know, it would be great, Marcus, if there's like a rain slider. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I just want a nice little downpour as we see. I love the lighting in this game. You know, like it just the bloom on the flashlight and just how dark everything is. Like it just makes especially like interiors like this. If we lift Ashley up to do her thing, get Leon up there. Yeah, it just makes the interiors creepier. Like that.
Hello,
like the
owl.
first time that owl made me jump because you just see the glowing eyes in the dark. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, like what is that?
I will say there were a couple times when I was playing the demo where I was kind of in a
Jeez,
very
look how
dark
fucking
environment,
sick
and
this
Leon
looks.
wasn't pulling up his flashlight, which is kind of
And
frustrating.
you know what?
so-
This is like a decent rain, right? This is like light rain right here, according to the game. This looks fine. I think this is okay. It looks okay here. In the other ones, it's like long streaks. It looks like hail or some shit. Yeah, it feels like they just need to like dial it back like a little bit, like a tone.
I'm just kind of like clambering around in the dark. It was mostly like outdoor.
Oh shit.
There he
Here's
is.
the dog.
Oh,
Look at that
fucking
thing.
shit.
It's kinda, like, weird. It looks like a scorpion tail. I'm looking at it.
This is terrifying. Oh my god.
So yeah, Capcom also pointed out, for those wondering, that this dog is not the dog that Leon can rescue in the original game.
Yeah.
You know, in this game, he's presumably dead. So, you know, at the time, we kind of were like, oh, maybe this is the dog. But they were very clear to point out, like, nope, different dog. And like, okay. But yeah, that
They
that dog
also
fight is
wouldn't-
pretty hard.
We already came to that
They also
conclusion.
wouldn't definitively answer if it was the same dog in this game as in the old game. In terms of the one that's dead at the beginning of the game, they're like, maybe it's not the same dog, and it's like, okay.
So you see
Damn,
it
really
down and
meaty
up there,
sounding.
Leon takes it out. So
Yeah.
you see it's 1 of 5. So I asked Capcom about that because in the original game it was kind of like 15 in the same area, and they said that that side quest reappears in different parts.
Do you know
of
what the
map.
weird
So
part
you're
is? Is
shooting-
that the
it sounds like
environment's
you're shooting
seamless.
medallions outside of just like the village
Right?
area, and they just sort of like divide.
The craziest part is that there's no big loading screens between every area. That's a huge difference.
You. Hey, listen, I bumped earlier. Yeah, bump that. Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name, Miss Ashley. You are?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Very good questions, unfortunately.
Characterization seems pretty great.
Hi, now. Okay. It's game time.
And due to the cuts, there's a lot of that village before.
Look at this sleaze bag.
bridge
Whoa,
that we
Leon's got
ran
a
over
Dead
that
Space
you can,
stomp?
you know,
What the
fight through and
shit?
explore. Like, there's a lot that they didn't show in this footage. It's where, at least during our playthrough, the brute first appears, the cow-headed enemy.
Right.
In that area just before the bridge that we crossed. But
Yeah, because in the footage we've put out of this, people have seen the cow guy shows up in
Appears
this fight,
here.
but you
Yeah.
actually fight him well before this.
Oh god, that reload
So, yeah, so when
animation.
he
Seems
shows
like
up
he's
in the
gonna
fight-
be what were we saying?
yeah, he's definitely
Sick.
a recurring enemy. But when he shows up in the fight, you've already had to fight him before, and so I feel like it's extra tense because it's like, oh my god, I gotta fight this guy now.
Yes.
So
I saw some people speculating that he might be a single persistent enemy that follows you. I'm
no,
pretty sure that is not the case. Yeah, I think he's
No,
just
I
another
have-
enemy type.
I have killed him several times in different areas.
Yeah.
Just the new enemy.
That
type.
dude's about to punch the shit out of you. This looks
fight was,
amazing.
Pretty wild as it is in the original, but even more so here. And there he is, Mr. Bullman. There's been a lot of like back and forth, like is he a cow, is he a bull? But I was like, he's got a horn there. Not be a bull thing.
Well, a bull is just a cow. It's a male cow.
I mean, yeah, they're the same thing. but you know, you know, like bulls have horns.
Okay,
You know.
that's fair. That's fair. Listen,
He's got a single horn there, it looks like, as Leon just gets pummeled.
and yeah, that's the end of you know, the action gameplay we've got to show off. This is a look at putting gems inside
Yeah,
of
this is all the same.
treasures to increase their value. Of course, if you different combinations of gems net you different bonuses.
Welcome back to the
There are
stage
now
of history.
customized cases that have different bonuses. So, like the black case has an increased drop rate for L resources.
Yeah,
and you can pick up
Customized
charms
case.
as well. A little chicken charm. The charms and the cases they give you little passive bonuses.
Yeah. And you can do that stuff in the.
What
type
the
of
shit? It
animation
actually
sauce.
goes on the
You can't do
outside
that
of the
all time,
case.
just when you reach those.
What the
saves.
shit? That's hilarious.
To keep up with all of our coverage,
Wow,
bookmark
goddamn.
GameInformer.com/Resident Evil 4 and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Do they have even more? I'm assuming that's it. Well, goddamn. It looks even better, right? And and yeah, I'm gonna echo what everybody else was obviously saying. This shit is a bit much, you know. Like the screen real estate, I get it, and it's supposed to be obstructing your view. to me, it's like you can have it being obstructing of the view without it being like ugly. You know, it's rough. And I feel like hopefully they know. And it feels like based on so much criticism that's been happening already, just with the initial gameplay, that'll likely be fixed. You know, I would like to think so. But it's a lot, right? It is the one thing I feel like I can be critical on. Because everything else looks so good.
So you're gonna notice.
Yeah, this is way. What the fuck? So much. Holy shit.
I know that there's a lot of talk about,
this looks great though.
Rain Gate.
Wait. No, hold on. It's not this one.
For those wondering, that this dog is
not this
the dog
scene
that
looks fine.
Can rescue in the original
right?
game, because you know in this game he's
this part looks fine. Completely fine with it.
So,
anyway,
you know,
yeah, I'll definitely jump into Rain Gate. You know, I do echo the feeling a little bit. Just a little bit. The wind is not blowing those flames. Yeah, it is apparently like very windy.
Oh, maybe this is the dog, but they were very
It is true.
clear to point out. Like
The flames are not like moving with the wind.
Like, okay.
Fire is very oxygen
But yeah, that,
malleable.
it's pretty hard.
They also
So it should be moving. That's a good point.
It was the same dog.
You got to remember, it is still a PS4 game, right? It is still a PlayStation 4 game, which is crazy. Could it be an old build? It 100% is an old build. Yeah, it's an old build.
Village before
He gets a stomp though. That's so funny. I find it funny that Leon will still lose his jacket, right? You're only going to get Leon's jacket for like not even a tenth of the game. Well, that looks fucking amazing. And now well, actually, I'm not bummed. There's a lot of stuff coming out, right? There's still a lot of shit on the horizon. So I'm not bummed. I'm ready to play something is what I am. I'm ready to get my hands on something eventually.